Welcome to Reach Out, the program that highlights the amazing work carried out by local nonprofits, the wonderful people who lead these organizations, and the committed volunteers who give of themselves, but wind up even receiving more. I'm Bernadette Wagner, co-director of Volunteer Washington County, and today I'm pleased to have introduced Lexi Jarman and her father, Todd Jarman. Lexi is one of those volunteers who not only makes a huge difference, but inspires others to do the same. She's 17 years old and lives in Boonesboro. Lexi doesn't work for a nonprofit, even volunteer for a nonprofit. Lexi started her own charitable giving project called Angel Bags. Her story is as inspiring as it is powerful, and I hope her message empowers you to implement your good ideas for the sake of our community. Welcome, Lexi. Welcome, Todd.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Sure. Lexi, I know that I read about you in the newspaper, and I wanted to have you on our show because as a teenager who's volunteering, I think it's really inspiring and encourages other teens to step forward. Can you tell us a little bit about how you decided to do the Angels Project?
My Aunt Kelly decided that we should donate to shock trauma, so we decided that at my party for the year of me living, we were going to ask for donations, and a lot of people donated.
And Todd, you want to tell us a little bit about the accident that led to Lexi's hospitalization?
Yeah, February 21st.
I bet you remember that date.
Yeah, never forget it. I was at work, and I got a call from the Boonesboro police that said that my wife and daughter had been in an accident, that she was being flown to shock trauma. And a gentleman, my wife was taking her to school. It's about, I guess, around 8:30 in the morning. And a gentleman going the other direction and fell asleep and crossed center line and hit him head on.
Mm-hmm.
And she, had multiple head injuries. You know, she had a traumatic brain injury, facial fractures, and punctured lungs. I mean, the list goes on.
It's a miracle that you're here. It's
Yes.
terrific. And so when you went down, when you were taken to shock trauma, your family came down, and you told me earlier that the impetus for this project was that your family didn't have the supplies they needed. Is that correct?
Yes.
Todd, what was your recollection down at the hospital?
I remember getting the call, and it was such in shock that I remember having to, I grew up in this area, so I remember going, how do I get to Baltimore? So it was a big shock. So I finally got down there, and I didn't leave for between that and rehab for like almost 3 months.
Wow.
So, you get the call and you just leave. You don't think about what you might need. Don't know how long you're going to be there. And so, like I said, we were there for close to 3 months. So, that's why we kind of came up with the idea of doing this, because you go there with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what we came up with the idea.
Lexi, can you tell us a little bit about what the items are in the bags that you put together to deliver the shock trauma?
There is clothes, slippers. My mom said that slippers are a good idea because walking around, your feet hurt.
Yeah.
But we have hairbrushes, toothpaste, toothbrushes, all of the bathroom
Mm-hmm.
things, supplies.
Lots of different toiletries and supplies.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And tell me, when you had your party, that was on the 1 year
23rd.
anniversary of your accident,
Yes.
and how many people came to your party?
Probably around 200.
Well, that's a big party. You must know that you're loved.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of items did your guests bring for you?
The same things
Mhm.
that was said. That's how we got all of the donations.
Mm-hmm. And how many bags have you delivered down to shock trauma?
We haven't delivered anything yet,
Okay.
just because we have a lot of stuff and we need more time to set them up
Mhm.
and then take them down.
Mhm.
Well, really, the restrooms are still under construction.
Mhm.
They're renovating the whole intensive care wing, like shock trauma, and so they're still under construction. So we're a part of a committee there, shock trauma, And so we're kind of really just deciding when they need them, when the bathrooms be done, and how they want them.
So will these bags be left in the bathroom for families just to make use of, or will each family be given a bag? What's your vision?
We're hoping that each family that's going to be there will receive a bag.
You're hoping that families don't have to go there, I know that.
We're hoping they don't have to go there, but we're hoping that, you know, that's part of the package that when they get there. I mean, when you get there, you get a lot of like information. Like with her, it was a lot of information. They give you a booklet on like brain injuries and what to expect, and so hopefully that's a part of a package that we weren't as fortunate then. I mean, we were there, we didn't have showers.
Yeah.
So it's great that they're doing this.
So you and your wife have really gotten involved in helping the shock trauma plan for this?
Yeah, we're a part of a patient family committee there, and they really want to improve their relations, you know, improve how patients or their concerns, or maybe what they can do better to help the families.
I appreciate that. That's important volunteer work too. Lexi, what would you say to other teenagers who have an idea but maybe just don't feel like they could pull something off, they just couldn't start something? What would you say to encourage them to follow through with their ideas?
They should just do it.
Just do it. Like Nike, just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well that's great. I'd like to thank you, Lexi and Todd,
Thank you.
for joining me on Reach Out today, and also thank our viewing audience for tuning in today's program. I hope Lexi has inspired you, and like Lexi, you allow your experiences to shape your life in positive ways. We can't always control what life throws at us, but we can take control of what we do with that. So thank you, Lexi, for joining us and for being a fantastic role model for all.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. See you next time.